Have you ever found yourself at a bar when suddenly you lock eyes with the most attractive woman you've ever seen in your life? You want to go talk to her, but you're paralyzed by fear and uncertainty on how to do it over the loud music and a group of friends around her. Well, in today's video, we're going to show you exactly how it is done. In case you're new here, I am on a mission to successfully approach 30 girls over the course of 30 days, and I'm documenting the entire thing on this channel for the entire month of January. So far, we've approached girls while jogging, at the grocery store, at the mall, and we've even picked up 2 girls in one day, which brings us to today where I'll be showing you exactly how to approach girls at the bar. My goal with this challenge is to inspire you with the confidence to go out and spark connections with the women you encounter in your day-to-day life and to make approaching great again. Welcome to day 28 of the revolution. So the benefit of being in a bar is that women in general and people are going to be more receptive to your openers, because a big reason people go to bars or nightclubs is because they want to be social. Some women go out with the sole intention of trying to meet a guy. So when you start a conversation with a random stranger in a bar or club, it's not really weird unless you make it weird or you say something out of pocket. The other thing to consider here is that because it's a socially acceptable thing to go out with the intent to meet people in these environments, it makes it a lot easier to be flirty, and your conversations are going to be moving way easier. For me personally, meeting people and sparking connections in the daytime is always going to be the most difficult because you don't have the benefit of the environment and the circumstance of being in a nightclub where people are expecting and more open to your conversation.
Perdón, ¿qué es eso?
Nada, es un brazal.
Parece una reina de África o algo así.
Sí. Es que lo compré en Zanzibar,
Sí, se ve bien. ¿De dónde son?
de Milán.
So you notice what I did there is I went and I opened by making a comment about the piece of jewelry she was wearing on her arm. The conversation's happening in Spanish, so I'll have to translate. But so what I said is, what is this? And she says, it's just a piece of jewelry. And I said, you look like an African pharaoh with this. They laughed, and you notice I stepped back for a second to detect and see what their receptivity was. If they weren't super interested or open to talking, they would have turned their backs and continued going about their business. But because their body language stayed open, I took that as my cue to keep talking and now ask them where they're from.
I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. Yeah. It's a terrible mix, I know. People say it's like both two bad, really fiery bad mixes just put together.
What's bad? Why bad?
There's like a lot of bad stigmas about Puerto Ricans or Dominicans being toxic.
I wouldn't know about that. Yo siempre voy a Samaná.
¿A dónde?
A Samaná.
And
So these 2 girls happen to be Italian. One of them spoke Spanish and the other one spoke English, so they didn't really speak Spanish. So I was kind of put in a position where I had to speak English to one of them and then speak Spanish to the other, and they're both talking at me in 2 different languages, starting 2 different conversations. So I'm keeping my body language in between both of them, and I'm doing my best to engage them and make sure that they both feel included so that neither of them feel left out and will end up dragging the other out of the interaction or get annoyed and just say, we're not interested, goodbye.
Con muchísima cosa, con muchísima ropa porque tenía un frío.
sí, y había mucho nieve
Llegué aquí
también.
con el avión que tenía jaquetas y todo, y tenía que sacarme todo porque...
That's funny.
Another interesting note to consider here is that over the last couple weeks, you've seen me do a good portion of these interactions and approaches in Spanish. I'm in a city where Spanish is very popular, and there is a big benefit to speaking the language of the women you're trying to spark interactions with. Because at least for the first few seconds of the interaction, they may feel like it's going to be work to continue and entertain a conversation with somebody that they don't know yet. And if you add in the fact that they're going to need to be speaking a language that they're not super proficient in, now you're making a really big ask of a stranger, and you are a stranger to them, so they're going to be less likely to want to engage with you. There's been lots of interactions where I go in, I speak English, I realize the girl speaks Spanish, and then I start speaking to her in Spanish, and it's like she's a completely different person, and she's a lot more open and receptive just off the simple fact that I was able to speak to her in her language. So if you're in an area where there's another language that's very popular, or you know you like to date Russian girls or Polish girls or Spanish girls or whatever it may be beneficial to get at least somewhat proficient in the language so that you are able to communicate with them and increase your chances, because it does make a difference. Now, if you want to go deeper on how to flirt in conversations like this, how to entertain groups, and how to keep conversations going without running out of things to say and incorporating that more emotional romantic element, then click the first link in the description and check out my 3-step formula for exactly how this is done in detail with uncut, full, real-life breakdowns.
That's like, what are you guys doing in Miami?
Trabajo.
¿Trabajan en fashion?
No. Sí, exhibition. Cosmobros. I think convention center.
Oh, there's a big conference.
Mi madre Ella tiene una empresa en eso. Y estamos aquí con ella.
How old are you guys? I can't tell. You guys seem young.
He was supposed to guess the age.
I was supposed to guess. I was saying you guys seemed a little young. 21? 22? 23?
Thank you so much. Really?
Aquí nadie yo te la doy del turista que si cambiar el pasaporte.
No,
How old are you?
more than that.
Fair enough. Can you tell how old I look?
24.
37.
37.
Yeah.
No.
I'm serious.
No, we want to see an ID.
That's personal information. You gotta buy me a drink before you can see the ID. Personal information. No, I'm kidding. I'm 26. 26.
Okay.
No, you're younger than me.
Okay.
I'm 30.
Really? You don't look 30.
I know.
But 30 is a good age anyway.
I guess so. Yes.
So how do you guys know each other if there's a big age gap?
Because she works with my mother.
Yeah, I work for her mom.
So you're babysitting right now.
No.
No? Okay. Where are you guys staying?
In Miami Beach.
Oh, cool. In a hotel or an Airbnb?
No hotel.
I usually stay in Miami Beach when I'm here. I like staying in South Beach, but I'm here actually upstairs. I'm moving here, so I'm kind of like apartment hunting, looking for where I want to move, where I'm trying to go, etc.
But you're moving here to work or study? Or
Speak
work?
English?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's speak English so I understand.
She understands it.
I thought you only spoke Spanish and Italian, and I thought you only spoke English and kind of Spanish, and then I thought you didn't speak
No,
English.
I speak English.
Okay. I'm like talking to you in English. I'm talking to you in English. I'm talking to her in Spanish.
No,
I'm like,
I speak English.
okay. Your English is good. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? So you notice this is actually kind of funny here. I suppose because I may have misread the situation earlier on, we ended up in a predicament where I was speaking Spanish to the one and speaking English to the other. And then when I find out that the girl I was speaking Spanish with actually does speak English, I basically laugh about it and it becomes a funny joke.
It's because I went to an international school in Milan.
Okay. Yeah, one of my good friends lives in Milan too.
Oh, nice.
I was in Italy. I didn't like it. I didn't like the food. And I
You can talk to somebody else.
So you notice I'm kind of making fun of them. One of them is on a work trip and the other kind of just tagged along. So the joke I'm making is saying that because the one friend is older than her, she is babysitting her. When you're in a group element and you want to add a little bit of fun, you want to add a little bit of teasing and just make the conversation more playful, it's better to make your playful joke or the tease in such a way where you're kind of putting the girls against each other. In this example, I'm saying the one is the responsible babysitter and the other one is kind of just the one here along for the ride. It allows you to keep both people engaged, no one feels excluded from the conversation, and it just ends up being a lot more fun that way. A very basic example of this could be if you're in conversation with a girl and her friend, and the one friend is quiet, you may playfully tease or acknowledge it and say something like, "She's awfully quiet over there, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous, should I be worried about her? No? Okay, I'm gonna step over this way, so I'm gonna talk to you, I need you to protect me from her." Something kind of funny like that. It's a bit of an exaggerated example, but something that is gonna keep both of them engaged, and still allow you to keep that playful element in the conversation, which is going to make it easier for you to start flirting with the one that you're more interested in. You guys don't have work tomorrow?
No, tomorrow's our free day.
I don't work.
You have to work? Or you don't? Oh, so you're just here for fun?
Yeah, because my mother works. Like, she has the
So
company.
she's really
right?
babysitting you then, like I said.
Here, but tomorrow's my free day. Okay, but when
Very cool. Very cool. What are you guys?
I'm babysitting. But when are you going to school?
Well, she's just here along for the ride. So I don't know.
For the season.
Okay. That's fun. How long are you guys going to stay here for?
We're leaving on Saturday.
Yeah, it's cool.
I did the helicopter ride. Amazing.
You weren't scared? Why did you go like that?
What did you do?
L'elicottero. Cioè, ero spaventata, no? It was amazing. Like, I saw the whole city.
Yeah, I haven't done a helicopter ride.
No, it's amazing. Like, you see everything.
Yeah, it looks.
It was so
Wow,
good.
look at you, an influencer. Getting your influencer photos.
So you see, this is just another easy way to kind of poke fun at her and make the conversation more lighthearted and fun. She had kind of taken a photo where she was posing really hard, so I'm saying, oh wow, look at you being an influencer.
You get 2,000 followers? No.
No,
I'm just a artistic. But
I can tell by the outfit.
Yeah, but I do, like, everybody who, like, doesn't know me, they think I study, like, fashion.
That was my guess.
I do a complete opposite thing. Like, nobody ever guesses it.
Finance? Accounting? Why do you keep going like that?
Everybody does finance in Italy right now.
Italian.
You're giving me PTSD from being in Italy.
So she kept doing the classic Italian thing where they talk with their hands like this. So I kind of kept making fun of her for it just because it was honestly very amusing.
You're reigniting my trauma.
No, I do, like, it's completely, like, everybody now in Italy does finance and business management, and I don't like this stuff. Same with that.
And I was like, oh,
What do you do?
what do I do? Do you guys have any guesses?
Finance, that stuff.
So a really easy thing you can do in conversations when you're asked a question, instead of just responding to the question and then continuing the information exchange, a good way to create a pattern interrupt and make the conversation more fun is to ask the girl to guess. So you'll notice when they ask me my age, I will usually say something like guess, and I'll kind of smirk or smile to have them guess and just make the interaction a little bit more fun and lively. When they ask me what I do, I also say the same thing. I say guess.
Yeah, she would tell me I'm giving you a chance, like, why would so that you can
No more guesses?
Marketing, I don't know. It's not the too.
Closer.
Marketing.
I do OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Cioè, ne ho sentito, ma non...
So, like, what do you do specifically? Like, it's like videos, right? It's photos.
Totally kidding. I'm kidding.
It's because I heard of it, but, like, in Italy, it's not, like, a famous thing.
So the joke fell a little bit flat because the one friend who speaks better English understood what I was saying, and she was like, wait, what the fuck? No way. But then the other one didn't really understand the joke that I was making. So it kind of fell flat, but either way, it's fine. It's much better to make a joke and have it fall flat than to just continue with information exchange, because at least if you make a joke and it falls flat, there's the attempt to make the conversation more engaging. And yes, you may risk a joke not landing once or twice, but at least you know you're putting yourself in the right direction to make sure the conversation is going to have that emotional impact.
Are you guys staying here all night, or are you going somewhere else afterwards?
So obviously the reason I'm asking what they're doing afterwards or what their plans are for the night is because I may invite them to go somewhere else. The other benefit of meeting women in a nighttime environment is that it can be very easy to end up spending an extended period of time with them because you can go from one venue to the other. So that's what I was doing here, is I was getting a sense of what their plans are to see if it would make sense to go to the other venue that I had planned on going and meeting some friends at afterwards.
I think we're going to the hotel later.
Have you guys been out a while?
We had dinner here.
Oh, yeah.
So unfortunately the camera battery died abruptly, which is why the clip ends here. So you don't see me actually get the Instagram, but it died a minute or two beforehand. If you've been sticking around and watching the challenge this whole time, you'll know that we actually did get a successful approach at the bar on day one. It was kind of a bonus approach that didn't count. So if you don't believe that we got the Instagram, you can check the first video and see that we did get a successful approach at the bar on the first day. It's kind of a bonus approach that we didn't count. And if we're being really honest here, we picked up 2 girls in one day, which technically counts as an extra approach for the 30 days of approaching. And when we filmed the Andrew Tate pickup line, we did get 2 approaches in that video as well. So we're 2 ahead. So even if you don't believe me, we're still on track track to be at our 30 approaches by the end of the 30 days. Now, if you want to learn how to have more magnetic interactions like this, how to feel more confident in conversations, how to entertain and keep conversations going with groups of people, then click below to watch my free video showing you the 3-step formula for exactly how to have magnetic interactions, what to say, how to start the conversations, how to keep the conversations going without ever running out of things to say, and how to turn these conversations into phone numbers that lead to potential dates and hopefully potential relationships. This video has gotten, guys, insane results over the last couple months, and I know that if you watch it, you can do the same.